Moving on, Jenny asks a question about buying flats over commercial. Again, that raises for me more questions than answers, so I'll make a couple of assumptions around this. If the flat is on a separate title to the commercial underneath, so we are only looking at the flat alone, then depending on what that commercial use is on the ground floor, then there are many traditional standard lenders that will look to lend up to 75% loan to value. But the devil is in, well, what's going on that ground floor? So if it's something of a retail nature, then you're probably fine. But if it's something like that's deemed antisocial by the lender, something that is open well into the night, if it's something like a takeaway, or it's a pub or a nightclub or a laundrette, something with maybe unpleasant smells, anything that from a lender's perspective, when they have to repossess and resell, the resaleability is compromised by what's on the ground floor, then I'm not saying that you should steer clear, but you reflect that in negotiation in terms of what you're going to buy, because you are limiting yourself with lenders. And you might actually be restricted to maybe 65% loan to value, for example. So again, if we got that inquiry, we'd get onto Street View, we'd have a look at it. We'd Google Maps, have a look round it, get a feel for the location as well, and give some view on it. Now, the second point to this was, well, what if it's all in one freehold building? You wanted to buy the flat that has some sort of commercial element underneath it. Now, that is a mixed use mortgage, and it's a different category of lender. It's seen as slightly higher risk. And again, generically, you're talking probably around 7% and maybe higher for that type, but they are available. It's a semi-commercial mortgage. And then one final comment that I do see some of our developers, investors get involved with this type of property is that they might title split something like that. So the advantage of doing that is, one, it might add some value to the units, and two, then you can put the commercial to a commercial lender and the buy-to-let to a buy-to-let lender, which would be cheaper. So again, devil's in the detail as always, but that's hopefully Jenny gives you some ideas there.